Hello, everyone. Again, more one. So we're here to talk about a really interesting event that occurs in South America and some consequence of this event or something like that. So the title of my presentation is Blooming of Craspedacusta jellyfish in Brazil, revealing the enigmatic evasion with potential danger ramifications. So cool title, yeah. So now we are moving from the sea to the land because we are talking about freshwater material. That, in fact, we have some limitation when we are talking about the species of freshwater cnidarians, because normally we are not so interested or something like that, because these animals are normally so small, so tiny. So normally we're much more interested in very huge jellyfish that we can dive together and something like that. We recommend some guys here to dive. It's pretty cool. But in fact, we have at least two really interesting groups in freshwater. One, you know, Endocnidozoan, that is a parasite group that's only related to the fish and other groups, so it's pretty cool. And another one relates to Hydrozoan, that's the focus of this presentation, in fact. Recently, we published an inventory, a review of freshwater species from Neotropic area, and it became really evident that we have some problems to record the animals from there, because we have some information from specific points, especially when we have a lot of people living there, of course. But we have a huge area, it's a red area, but almost nothing know about that. So it's really important. Of course, we know much part of this is Amazonian rainforest. We know that we have some problems to collect there, but it's important to go there. We have some universities in this area, so it's possible to sample in this area in general. Nevertheless, the most part of these records is related to Hydra. It's not the others freshwater hydrozoan. That we know, Hydra is not related to have, at least, that you know, a jellyfish. So the other groups that occurs a kind of jellyfish is related to only one genus, or the most important genus that we know is Craspedacusta. Related to this genus, Craspedacusta, we have some different records from South America, especially from Brazil. But in South America, we have at least 5 countries with records of Craspedacusta. So we have in Venezuela, we have in Brazil, we have in Argentina, Uruguay, and Chile. So most of these records, except from Brazil, most of records are related to the natural places. So rivers, natural lakes, or something like that. However, in Brazil, this scheme is completely different, because almost all records are from artificial systems. From the beginning, in the almost one century ago, our records are only from aquarium, fish tank, artificial lake, artificial reservoir. In only 20 years ago, we start to record these animals in a regular place, in a natural place. So it seems so strange for the general discussions, at least. So, our new facts. Recently, we found several jellyfish, Craspedacusta for sure, in a very small town, Ariranha do Ivaí, the name of the place, in the south. Oh, come on. So funny that the microphone is still working. You keep my time. You're boring the other guys because of the time and my time. So, let's go. So, in this very small town, we found a huge group of jellyfish in a tilapia farm. Yes, it's not an artificial system, in fact, because it's a dammed river, but it's more or less so. So the occurrence of this jellyfish in this area is not so uncommon, but the consequence was really strange, because in this tilapia farm, this jellyfish probably kill everything that what was here in these tanks. So in this tank, it was huge tanks. So killed around 12 tons of tilapia fishes in this area. During this mess, we are calling to sampling some jellyfishes in facing the fish farms that are not so happy, of course. We got some specimens and brought to the laboratory and start to understand the animals. Was really cool because it was possible to sampling the animals just putting a cup glass in the lake and take away, because that is completely full of jellyfishes, and in preserving ethanol just to check at the lab. All specimens were measured, photographed, and the kidney number evaluated. And after that, we conducted our molecular analysis, regular one, Sanger, classic one, to find the sequence of CO1 to identify the material. In general, the morphology is the regular one for Craspedacusta, common. But the most important, more relevant data is all specimens are female. We never found a male in that material. So we reviewed more than 100 specimens, so all female. So, and the kidney dome is the regular one with heterotrochus, microbasic varieties. So the size is the regular one from 8 to 14 millimeters. The molecular data shows a really interesting point, because our material is not so close with material from Canada, but exactly the same. There is no single basis of difference from the material from Canada, probably because of fluorine. Yeah, you do. But we have no idea why. But this material from a natural system or something like that is completely equal from the material from Canada. So it's very related to other material from China, but with some difference, but completely equal from the material from Canada. So in short, we reached that this material is in fact Craspedacusta sorbi, so the unique species really accepted for this genus. So there is no evidence to a new species or something like that. However, the most important point for our discussion here is related to impact in the farms, the fish farm, because at least up now, we have no idea the impact of this kind of freshwater jellyfish in this system, in this artificial or natural systems, to the fishes, because we saw a lot of examples in marine systems with really interesting or important impact from jellyfishes to fishes in marine systems. But in the freshwater, it's the first, at least as we know, is the first data that we know that occurs something in the fishes, especially killing the fishes, and then having a problem to the farms. So it's completely, as Jamili told to us, it's completely different when we are involving different people, especially non-academic people, especially in this kind of discussion, because after this event, the fish farmers ask for our government the refund of the price of the fishes. So there is a politician system together. It's a lot of information rolling all the same time. So it's completely, it's really complicated to stretch the real fact. When you start to discuss. We have one amount of money, and then after 2 weeks, this money raised for 10 times. So it's really difficult to extract the real information. But in fact, we saw the tilapia was killed in that lake, at least. And probably because of these animals, because they are blooming in so huge density that can just extract the oxygen in this area. So probably that's happening in this area. So now we are creating a system, at least an outreach system, to try to monitor this kind of occurrence, especially in the fish farmers, to understand if it was only isolated event or it's happening in different points, but no recorded up to now. Yep. Thank you for your attention.